OAGenius can now accept hosted CSV files for cost and inventory monitoring in many different formats from your wholesale dropship vendors. We can accept these hosted CSVs from an FTP with or without password protection. We can accept hosted file URLs with the CSV, and we can also accept published Google Docs and Dropbox files from your vendors. Now, here's how to configure your custom wholesale integration. Hey everyone, this is Gabriel from OAGenius, and today I'm going to show you how to integrate your custom wholesale integration with OAGenius. First, click on the settings gear at the bottom left and navigate to sources. Once you're on the sources page, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page to the custom hosted file section and click add new CSV integration. So for this example, we have a hosted file and the name of the integration will be West Coast Wholesale. And I've already copied the hosted file. The username and password is not needed. There's no username or password protection. And we're going to use the actual inventory versus overriding it, which is an option. Next, we'll look at sales tax. Sales tax is set at 7%. And we'll click load file. Now you see that at the bottom over here, West Coast Wholesale is available, but we need to configure it. What we'll do is we'll click edit. And now down here, you scroll to the bottom, you'll notice that a sample of the file is now shown inside this pop-up window. What we'll want to do is we'll want to map the correct information from the file to the sections over here, item ID, cost, and availability, which are required, these three that are required, so that our system can read the file properly. So first, the item ID. So that can typically be the SKU or the manufacturer's part number. So for this example, we'll use the SKU. This is how you'll identify the product within our system. So the SKU is the item ID. So we'll choose SKU. The cost is known as price in this file. So we'll choose price. And last is availability. So you have quantity is QTY is known for availability in this file. So we'll choose that. And then just as an example, we have all these different options. So let's just say, for example, there's a shipping cost field. Looks like there is a shipping cost field over here. What we can do is we can map the shipping costs. Since there is a separate column for the shipping cost, it's not included into the total price over here. So now that we actually have mapped the file, we'll click save. And once that saves, you'll notice that the status is now shown as OK, West Coast Wholesale. And what we can do now to test it is we can go ahead and list a product. So for example, you can come here and you can choose West Coast Wholesale as the integration. So instead of pre-built integrations, you go to custom integrations. Then under the integration tab, you choose West Coast Wholesale. And we can do an example product ID. Remember, we chose that to be the SKU. And if you look in this file, right, this item over here, price is $67.16. So let's click scan product. And the item cost is $67.16. We have the tax that brings us to a total cost of $71.68. Now we can go ahead and find the sales channel listing URL, add that, and that's how you would list the custom integration product. Another way to upload your wholesale custom integration products is through the uploads page. All you have to do is navigate to the uploads tab and click download a template. You'll choose create listing template custom integration, and that will download a template straight to your computer. Now let's open this up and see what's required in the template. Okay, so we already have pre-filled examples in this template, which is great. Let's just run through them very quickly. First will be the SKU. That will be your own stock keeping unit. So you can make that whatever you'd like. Then the next is a sales channel listing URL. So that's if you're selling on Amazon, then you'll choose the Amazon link. If you're selling on Walmart, then you'll use the Walmart link. Initial price will be the price that you initially want to list a product for on the marketplace. The handling days is the next thing you want to set. Right now we have it for 3. Next is the custom integration handle. The integration handle can be found under the name of the CSV file on the sources page. So right here, this would be the integration handle for West Coast Wholesale. And what we can do is we can go back and we can enter that in for each option. Next would be the custom source item ID. So the custom source item ID is what you chose to be the item ID in the file that you mapped. So for this example, we chose the SKU in this file to be the item ID in OAGenius. So what we'll do is we would use the SKU and enter the SKU for all the products that we want to list. That's one example. Listed by would just be your name. So my name is Gabe. Bundle quantity. The bundle quantity is asking you how much do you need to purchase at the supplier to match the marketplace listing URL. If we're selling on Amazon and the ASIN is for a 2-pack of a broom and the source is a 1-pack, then we enter a bundle quantity of 2, indicating we have to purchase 2 brooms from the source to match the ASIN. Shipping cost override. If you would like to override the shipping costs or enter your own shipping costs, that would be done over here. If you don't want to override the shipping cost, you can just leave it at 0. So using the upload template is another way to upload your custom wholesale integration products into OAGenius. Now here's an example of what a SKU looks like after it is listed to OAGenius. You can see that since we just listed the product, it is still in an uploading status. This will change to an active status eventually. You can also see the last time the product was monitored under the status column. As you can see, it was monitored 10 minutes ago. You can also see the exact cost price breakdown under the source cost field. Everything you would want to know about the listing can be found on this page. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to success@oagenius.com.